Okay. Hello. So come back fast. Sorry. There was a call and it got disconnected. Fine. So fast. So we'll wait for 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes. Let everyone can come here. So all of you are here. You can come back. Still I can see count is less only. Okay. So hello everyone. So I am really sorry. There was a call. By mistake I pressed green button. And after that I disconnected, and when I was trying to reconnect, it was not getting connected. I am really sorry. Okay na? Fine. So shall I start with the class? I will continue with the class. Okay. So all of you are here. Shall I continue with the class? Or still some students they have to come? Okay. I will start with the class. Thank you. And once again, sorry for disconnecting the network this one. Fine. So now I was telling about D block elements, right? Now when I am talking about a D block element, based on this statement, most of them they have incompletely filled penultimate shell, right? So that's where I can define the D block elements. Now I can tell that these are the elements. These are the elements where penultimate D subshell is getting filled up. Penultimate D subshell is filling up. That's what we can tell. Or electrons will be entering into penultimate D subshell. Or simply you can write D subshell. Even not even required to write the penultimate. But if you write penultimate, it will be very specifying. Yes, fine. So that's where I can tell we can define the D block elements. So D block elements are those where penultimate D subshell is getting filled up by the electrons. So that's what I have extended this particular statement. All of you have understood? So that's where I can define the D block elements. So now they have the multiple oxidation state. Very true. Okay. But we have some of the elements like zinc, cadmium and all, which belongs to group 12. Zinc, cadmium and all, they belongs to group 12. So now these are the elements which have completely filled D subshell. They have the completely filled D subshell, and even they have completely filled outermost shell. Due to that, they will not show the most of the properties shown by the rest of the D block elements. That's where I took one example as where zinc can show only +2 oxidation state. But rest of the elements of D block, they can have the other oxidation states also. That's what we have discussed. All of you have understood? Any doubts? Now, if you observe the periodic table, if you observe the modern periodic table, it looks like they have the common edge like this, right? They have the uniform edge. That's where I can see like this, it will be there. Fine. Rough diagram I have written. You can see there is a uniform on the edge. But at the bottom, once again they have given some elements. At the bottom, once again they have given some elements. Right? So that's where I am talking about the F block elements. That's where I am talking about the F block elements. Now if you observe it carefully, once group 3 where we have the lanthanides and then we have the actinons. After that, that means I am talking about 57 and 89. I am talking about atomic number 57 and 89. So after that, 14 elements they have shown at the bottom. They are not present here. They are present at the bottom. Right? So that is because if you observe it carefully, I am talking about 6th and 7th period. So if new elements are found, they will be added at this point only. Then we have to disturb the periodic table. Shape will be getting changed, no doubt. Okay, na? So they have to add here only. There is a space, means we can add at that point only because all the other elements it has been already discovered. Right? So at present in your textbook you can see 118th element. They have not mentioned, but now actually it has been discovered. 118 element is also have been discovered. Okay, na? But they have not shown here. All of you have understood? I will come to that. Okay, I will come to that. That's where we have the after lanthanum and actinum. So that is lanthanoids and actinoid series I am talking about. So this is lanthanoid series or lanthanoids and this is actinoid series because they are after the lanthanum and actinum elements. Sir, which groups? Okay. In reality, when I am talking about the groups, they are comes under 13th only. They have extended that one. They will be in transition elements only. Fine. But to avoid the disturbance of the shape, otherwise what would have happened? The periodic table at last it would have been like this. It would have been extended. Like this it would have been extended. That's why they have included that one here only. Along with the 13, they have extended here. Once again 14, 15, they have started here. Fine. So that's where I can tell the F block element. So now, whichever F block element which is after lanthanum, they are called as lanthanoids. Whichever elements which is after actinum, they are called as actinoids. So lanthanoid series, actinoid series, they are called as F block. But please remember, they have included in 13th group along with the D block elements. That is because in them still D subshell is not filled up. Please remember, D subshell is not getting filled up. Observe here, when I am entering into 6S, then only 4F will come. When I am entering into the 6S, then only 4F will enter into the picture. But before that, we will be having 4D which got filled up. Before that, we will be having 4D which got filled up. So what I mean to tell here is, when I am entering into the 4F, D subshell is already filled. What my point? So 4F figure barwaga, D subshell already got filled up. If I am coming to 7S, 5F, it is getting filled up. But 5F will be filled up after filling of 5D. All of you are understanding? So what I mean to tell here is, when I am talking about these elements, D subshell is filled up and D subshell which is getting to filled up, it is not yet started. See, 7S, 5D got filled up, but N minus 1D, that is 6D, still it is not into the picture. So after 7S, 5F will come, then comes the 6D. Same logic, 6S, 4D got filled up, but when I am talking about 6, it should have been 5D, N minus 1. But 5D comes after 4F. So don't get confused. If you are not understanding, I am ready to explain. Now when I am talking about D, we have a N minus 1 D formula. Right? So if I take N minus 1D formula, so when I am talking about period 6 and period 7. So that means n minus 1 for period 6 will be 5D. N minus 1 for 7 means it should be 6D. Now observe it carefully. 5D is not getting filled up, it's not yet into the picture because 4F will come first. So when I am talking about 5D, we have the 4F. When I am talking about 6D, then we have the 5F. Because we are talking about energy level 6, we are talking about energy level 7. So don't get confused. So that's where I have the period number 7, period number 6. Period number 6, 5D we should get filled up and 4F should get filled up. Period number 7, 6D should get filled up, 5F should get filled up. But problem here is 4F will be filling up before 5D. 5F will be getting filled up before 6D. Fine? So therefore they have not been included with D block because there is no D subshell which will be entered with the electrons. Before that F subshell will be getting filled up. All of you have understood? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, let me know. Please remember F block elements belongs to period number 6 and period number 7, which will be along with the group 3 element, which starts after group 3 elements. Fine? So that is lanthanum and actinum. So after lanthanum, whatever comes, lanthanoid series. After actinum, whatever comes, they are called as actinoid series. Okay? So all of you have understood? Anyway, all these things in detail, anyway, you are going to study in your second year, D and F block, but for time being you can have the information. How many elements should be there? Each one will have the 14 elements. Each one will have the 14 elements. Why 14 elements? Because F subshell can accommodate 14 electrons. Therefore, they have the 14 elements. Because all of us we know that F subshell will have 7 orbitals. Each orbital can take up 2 electrons. So 7 into 2 it will be 14. So there will be 14 elements in each of the lanthanoids and actinoid series. Fine? So now when it comes to lanthanoid series, it starts from cerium. It starts from cerium. Okay na? And when it comes to actinoids, it starts from thorium. So cerium and thorium. So these are the elements. Fine? So that's why we have the lanthanoid series and actinoid series. So lanthanoid series, why they are called as lanthanoid series? Because they are after the lanthanum element. Why they are called as actinoid series? Because they starts after the actinum elements. Okay? Any doubts? Fine? No doubts? So shall I move to the next one? And most of the actinoids, they are nothing but radioactive elements. Or I can tell all of them, they are radioactive elements. And one of the element, that is uranium, comes here in actinoids. Uranium, all of you might be knowing uranium, which comes in the actinoids. Fine? So that's where most of the actinoids are radioactive elements. Okay, now? So anyway, I will stop here. Okay? So we will continue once again the class on Monday. Any doubts, let me know. You can type. So why F block element have been placed at the bottom? That is to avoid not to disturb the shape of the periodic table. That can be one of the reason we can tell. Okay? Otherwise, that arrangement will become very difficult. Right? Because D block would have been disturbed. So therefore, F block element have been shown at the bottom. Or another reason what you can tell is, since F subshell will be filling up before the D subshell, so therefore they have shown me at that bottom, not to disturb the D block elements. Fine? And F block elements are called as inner transition elements. 4F inner transition elements and 5F inner transition elements. Transition element means D block, where penultimate shell will be getting filled up. But inner transition element means not even penultimate, even below that energy level is getting filling up. For example, when I am talking about 6, 4 is getting filled up. When I am talking about 7, 5 is getting filled up. Therefore, they are called as inner transition elements. Okay, now? Anyway, we will discuss much more about this on Monday. But any doubts in today's class? Okay, Padan. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care. Okay? Bye.